it is time for me to ramble while I drive. Today, I'm getting out around, well, I got out at 10:01, so pretty good day. Basically only worked for around 9 hours. I appreciate that. But what I didn't appreciate is the fact that I got some eggs rained on me and I dropped another pallet, which wasn't even a big deal. I picked everything up with some butter. Eggs and butter. Eggs and butter were falling. But when I recount on it, I can't even say it was a bad day because those two things happened. Not a bad day at all. I had some good food. Some butter chicken, Indian hot. Man, that was good. Driving back home, I got a burger with me. It's 10 o'clock. Can't complain about anything, honestly. I had a good day. But what does that mean? Why are some days good and some days bad? Bad things happen today, but I'm still saying today was a good day. What made it a good day? Well, that's a good question because I don't even, like, throughout the day, I felt like I was kind of 45%ing it. 45%ing it. Just kind of waiting to go home. And it was a good day because I got out early. Now I can eat a burger. That's the only reason it was a good day? That doesn't feel right. Well, I mean, one thing today was about breathing, where I felt like towards the end a video came up on my YouTube, and afterwards I felt like I was getting better breaths, breathing from my belly. But I had a thought, and I was practicing it while I was working, where I'm not just breathing, where after I breathe out, I just immediately try to breathe in through my belly. No, after I breathe out, I just don't breathe back in until I have to. Then I breathe out after I hold that in too. But of course, it was hard to keep maintaining it over a long period of time. But that's the part where, okay, so you can't put your focus on a singular thing for 5 minutes. But I do have to give myself some grace, because at the same time I'm saying this, I'm in a high stimulating environment, forklifting. I'm sure if I was just sitting down in a serene forest, maybe I could do that better. So give yourself some credit. I was doing all that in a situation where humans really weren't meant to be in. I guess. If humans weren't meant to be in it, why was I in it? But, that's not the question. Held my focus on the breath. And I've noticed that when the feelings I have come up, where I'm like, I don't care. I focus on why should I focus on and then I focus on my breathing again and take calm, full breaths, and that feeling and thought also goes away. I also noticed that it's a lot easier to focus on your breath when you don't have a video playing in your ear and you're putting 45% of your attention on the video. I would say 30% was at work. 25% was on the breath. So if I use that as a metaphor for life, I am focusing on life a quarter of the time in my day. And the other is the video, which is media consumption. I can categorize that as what? Dreaming. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, unconscious. But sure. It could just be little exercise. It doesn't have to be concrete. It's just the meanings I'm putting in it right now. And work. Okay? So 35% at work. You're telling me work is not part of your life? It's not part of the life that you are experiencing? Your breath isn't the only life. Your life is what's actually going on around you. And that was forklifting. So if I combine that to the total, that's 60%. Wait, no, 55%, 25%, 35%. Well, that is 60%. That means 40% was on the video, not 45. But again, is the video not part of your life? Alright. So what am I going with that? What do you want me to get from that? Well, that means the only time something is not part of life is just because you put the insistence on it. That breath is life. You need to focus on this, not the video you put on voluntarily, not the environment you're actively in right now. All that is part of life, but you are insisting that your breath. Okay, but then why do I feel so disconnected from life then? And then the breath is what helps me feel connected. Okay. So when you feel disconnected, that's not part of life? Well, maybe you're feeling disconnected when you're listening to things, when you're putting 40% of your attention towards media. Maybe that's a sign to disconnect from that. And you're resisting it. I am resisting it. But then, like I stated earlier, it was easier to focus on my breath when it was just me working without anything playing in the background. So to take action from this, tomorrow I will leave my headphones at work. At work? No, at home. Alright. That's a good point to leave it off at.